If you look at, let's say, Asian comedy, there's a lot of people in the Muslim space who are holding it down. You got like Citizen Khan, you got Man Like Mubin, you got all this stuff.
Yeah.
But for the Sikh space, you don't really, like, for example, we'll touch on it, but like showing inside of Gurdwara.
Yeah.
Like stuff like, there is stuff we just don't see, but we know it happens. It's nice to see that representation.
Yeah.
That's one part. That was like, okay, we're on the map. But the bigger point was, I like the themes he was addressing. There were taboo things.
So many themes, man.
So many themes.
The way that he dug into numerous topics, like... What's up, people? Welcome to this week's episode of the Indy and Doctor podcast. This is very different, isn't it, Gordon? You can finally see Kobe.
Kobe, I can see. I haven't seen you in a while. We haven't done a pod in a while. I haven't seen you in a while. We haven't done a pod in a while. We haven't done a live in-person pod in a while.
When was that sound? The Anant Garage one, isn't it?
Christmas?
Anant Garage.
Post-Christmas.
That one, yeah.
And then we're doing a double pod today.
We are. With a special guest.
With a
Stay
special
tuned.
guest.
Stay
Who's it gonna
tuned.
be?
Thank you for coming.
Yes, we'll get onto why we're here. Maybe we should give a disclaimer at the start.
Go on then.
So guys, my lovely daughter Akam is in this direction here with Shindy. You may hear her making noises at various points if the editing hasn't worked and sufficed to edit it out. It's what it is. It's what it is. You know, I've got a daughter.
It's
and,
a possibility.
They could have not come on this trip, but you know, as Shindy asked me on the way down, we'll talk about later what she asked me in the car, because Indy found that quite funny.
I find it hilarious.
So, in Peritama, as we are right now, Katte baithe hain si?
So,
oh, he's smiling. He's so happy. So, guys, truth time.
welcome to mine and Sanj's house. We've moved.
Badaiyan.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
You know the long extending.
Thank you.
बहुत खुशी होई.
This is it.
बहुत
We just
खुशी होई,
keep
ना?
shaking for like about 10 minutes.
ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਘਰ ਨਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ good ਕੰਮ
Thank
ਕੀਤਾ.
you.
This was a ਬਹੁਤ good ਕੰਮ ਕੀਤਾ.
Thank you. With much help from mum and dad, I gotta say.
Shout out to the parents.
Shout out to the parents for helping us get this house.
Do you know what's funny?
I'm gonna be very realistic. We couldn't have done it without them.
Do you know what's funny?
Yeah, go on.
So previously, what do you talk about? You're like, you know, parents just don't understand the economics, right? You know, because when they could buy a house like £3,000 and then pay off their mortgage,
Yeah,
right?
they
You're
understand the economics when I come to them.
like, yeah, you're like, Mummy, Daddy, you have no paisa chahiye.
I come to them with my little, cup in hand, my poor cup. Mum, Dad, I'm broke.
Yeah. They're like, and you know, this thing is, when you go to mum, dad for money, it's never like loose peel of change.
No,
it's like, Mummy, 100,000 pound de do. थोड़े जे पैसे ना थोड़े पहले life insurance policy.
Yeah, man. So shout out to the parents for helping us get this house. But yes, the reason how we strategically planned all these things for episodes, for guests to come out, the Satnam episode's out. If you guys haven't checked it, please do. It is absolutely worth a watch. Yeah, man. It's been a lot of change, a lot of amendments to my life, I guess you can say.
Amendments, an interesting choice.
Amendments. So
is it taraqi?
What does taraqi mean for those that don't understand?
It's not collaboration, is it, Indy?
What does it mean?
So funny. We've done a collaboration with taraqi. So naturally, Hindi just thought taraqi just must mean
Yes,
collaboration.
Of course
No, it doesn't. Taraqi means progress. And guys, if you ever forget, what you need to do is DM Roda. That's my boy Raj, and just ask him, Raj, do you know what taraqi means?
Do you know what Roda means?
Do you know what Roda means? Are you the Roda?
Yes.
Does it feel like progress? Is that right?
Mad progress. The amount of progress we made here a week ago was crazy. So
yeah, your time.
We have my dad's 70th, which I'll touch on probably in the next episode, not this one, because this one's going to be quite house sensitive.
Was awesome.
Yes.
Everything you'd expect in the CSK bash.
Yes. We will cover that in next week's episode. But this week's one, we're going to cover about the house because it makes sense. The aesthetics changed.
Yes.
So had dad's birthday on the Saturday night, drove back to London on the Sunday at the flat. Sanj had already put stuff in boxes. We moved that to her sister's because her sister's relatively near to where we are now.
Yep.
We are in an undisclosed location in East London that will never be disclosed. So yeah, East London. And
if you pay me enough, I might tell you.
No. So what happened was Sanj had done a lot of the boxes over. She moved over our oh nice. Well done.
You see, this is what happens in the video when you're too ambitious with this.
You need to catch the tightness. Well done. Thank you. So we
Sanj boxes.
Yeah, Sanj boxes moved. In fact, this is confession. Just give me the intro because this is fully confessions.
It's not Peritama.
No, this is confessions now.
Oh, I feel like Peritama is quite a nice little segment.
This has gone into it. It's gone into the points I was going to say.
Before I do it,
oh, fuck's sake, I was waiting.
What was really nice is at the collaboration event with Taraqi and Cloud 9000, we had, shout out to Ram here. So Suki is a super fan.
You've already said
She's
this.
I've already said this.
Yes.
No, I haven't said this on camera.
No, you have.
No, I haven't. I've said it
You said it in the episode before
Is it?
we moved. The last one I did at the flat.
Can't remember. I'm going to say it again anyway.
Say it
Shout out to
again,
Ram, who is husband of superfan Suki. He came up to me and he went, "Confessions of a Brown Monday," and he sang it to me, and I was like, "Wow, that's so cool to hear someone say it."
Yes.
And he's like, "I hear Suki listen to it," and I was like, "Oh, it's that time again. Listen to it again."
There we go.
So here we go. For all the listeners out there, for all, what does Mike Buffer say? For all the millions watching around the world.
I prefer Bruce personally, but yeah, you can go, Mike.
Chalo, you're more of a UFC fan.
You do that. I'm gonna
Let's
just
get back
like
to
go on,
Ram.
go on.
Chalo, you're just
Do it,
like,
do it.
right. So for all the thousands in attendance here and the millions you watching around the world, Confessions of Brown Monday. See, I got my toned down version of it now. Wow, you're just shining that light straight in my Butha.
Gotta be done.
Have you heard that Punjabi word before? Butha. Yeah.
Right.
No, have you heard it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no one can hear what you're saying. I just realized this. I'm talking and I can hear Indy, but you can't hear Indy. Indy's just faffing about. Let him come back on the mic. He's doing lighting issues, trying to blind me in the eyes. Now,
That's better.
We slid into that chair. Do that again.
Well, slung straight
Do
in.
that to the camera. That's pretty.
Slung straight in. It'll be on camera. It'll be on camera. You can see.
You're a smooth criminal, you are.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes,
Right,
yes.
Butha.
Face.
Yeah. It's so like graphic as a word, isn't it? Butha. Say it.
Yes. Show me your lovely Butha.
Butha. No. Like, you see that?
Butha. See, confusing. Confusion strikes again.
We're not going to do this.
Confusion.
Just I'm going to tell you
Just
the
go
correct
with it.
version and learn the correct versions.
Just go with it.
Right, don't try and work it out.
Stop
The
asking me
logic,
questions.
right? But see the venom in that. You see, like, how can you not be scared? And man, imagine, like, we didn't have this, but imagine we went to school in Punjab and you're in school and your teacher says that to you.
I wonder if they still hit kids in Punjab now in schools.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wonder if that's outlawed.
Could ask my cousin.
Ask your cousin.
That's Jad.
See what it says.
Yeah.
Ask Jad. Yeah,
That's
that's
Jad. She'll know. Although I feel like Jad has the kind of, she has the educational nous to kind of talk her way out of things.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean? Plus,
Fair
she's from CHD and it's Chandigarh, which you learned today is not in Punjab.
I thought it was.
You're mind blown by you. Used to be the capital of Punjab, and it's not now.
When did they redraw the borders?
Pata nahi yaar.
Because now it's a part of where? Uttar Pradesh.
I think it's UP. Yeah.
I didn't know this.
It's
Let us know in the comments if we're wrong. We are also very open to being wrong, people.
Yeah.
This is very important
Indy
to
and I
mention.
said that this morning. We know there's a lot of people who enjoy our content, and it's always the way where if somebody enjoys something, they very rarely say, "Hey, that was good, and I really enjoyed this." Some people do. Thank you for doing it. But a lot of people are just waiting for something to be wrong. Like, "Oh, this is wrong. Oh, this is wrong." I'm just going to put this out there now as well. Obviously, was not part of the Satnam Singara episode, but obviously have seen the episode. Now, look, remember, when you watch the reels are a snippet. Watch everything in its entirety and stop taking things at face value. This is a nuanced conversation. Understand context before forming an opinion on, oh, you said this, therefore you mean this. It's a much bigger conversation, as are most things in life.
Yes.
Yep.
Right. House move. You've done the bully, haven't you? Yeah, you've done the bully.
Soni kuriye.
No.
Bully
Confessions.
Bully
What a banger.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. Got to the house. We completed on a Tuesday.
It's pre-Valentines.
So, 13th of Feb, we completed.
Romantic banda tu na?
Yeah, 14th of Feb, we started moving things across properly.
Are you romantic Jat?
No, I'm not actually. Normally, mine and Sanjay's Valentine's tradition is we go and get an M&S dinner for two. That's it. We do nothing more than that.
M&S dinner for two? Okay.
M&S dinner for two, £30, can't go wrong. Both of us are very happy.
Oh, slow down. £30.
£30 M&S dinner for two.
It's a bit pricey, isn't it?
Yeah, but for a Valentine's meal, you can eat at home in your pajama. Happy days.
No, the reason I say this, I feel like there's an M&S meal for two. Or maybe is that with shalab?
It's the same thing. No, this is without alcohol.
Okay.
Alcoholic
I feel like you
free.
can get that for like 12 quid, but maybe it's a Valentine's version of it.
It's a
bit more
Valentine's
pricey.
version. It's basically
So what
a
are you getting in
3-course
there?
thing. It's a
Three-course?
3-course, yeah.
And when did that start, that tradition?
I don't know. I think it started when 3-4 years ago when we were dating.
Okay.
That's when
Your
it
idea,
started.
Sanjay's idea?
Both of our ideas, because we're not big fans of like giving into the Valentine's hype and spending a lot of money. We just wanted to do things and like we'll mark it off the
You
calendar.
do it in your way.
But we're not gonna do the whole flowers card, etc. We're like, no, we'll just do that.
I was at work. I was working on Valentine's Day, and my colleague is much older than me, like seasoned bandana, Asian guy, and this Asian nurse, much younger than us, closer to my age, but not to his age, asked, "Oh, what have you done for your wife today?"
Yeah.
Right? And he was like, "Listen, I come to work. paise banana. This I'm translating it in Punjabi now. He says, right. No, and he's like,
I'm a provider.
Just a little side note there. When we do the live show, Indy's coming out to Destiny's Child. I'm a survivor.
I don't know why.
We were sitting in Mackey's post CSK's birthday bash before you guys went out to the after party at your house. And it just came on, and me and Sanj looked at you and said, "This is Indy's song, man. Like he survived so much.
Thank you.
He survived so much indie bashing.
Thank you.
That's your
Perseverance. Perseverance is the key,
through.
people. Never forget that. Okay.
Coming back. So my friend, and he was just like, yeah, it's like, we don't need this version of what you, my love for my wife isn't based on, like you said, flowers, cards, chocolate.
Yeah.
And actually, to be honest, this year I got a little bit triggered by seeing people just posting over the top Valentine stuff. And I mean, Shindy had this discussion. I was like, my expression of my love for you and your expression of your love for me isn't
It's
based
not
on
one
this.
day a year.
It's a daily thing. And now having had a baby as well, there are much more functional aspects to that love that you need to do.
Yeah.
Like, and to the point where, like, if I have a moment and I'm like, Shindy, I really love you and you give my life meaning, and I tell her like stuff I'm
It's
actually
like,
feeling.
go away.
So show up and do the calm, man. Like, oh my God. And I was like, okay. I've been efficient. I've done all my tasks. I'm ahead of schedule. And that's what I want to fit in.
Can I just have like a hug? No.
Fine. Sorry. So M&S special. That's your usual. Yeah.
That's our usual. So we didn't do that this year because we were obviously in flux in between here and elsewhere. Is it still recording? You good? Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
I'm good too.
I've lost the thing.
What thing?
Since the Mac update, it doesn't say greatness of the mindset. This
You're
is
welcome.
not good.
Fantastic. Unlucky on your
Indy planned it.
screensaver disappearing.
Indy wrote to Apple.
I didn't do any
You
of
wrote
that.
to Apple.
So yeah, we completed. So Sunday we come back to London.
Yep.
Monday we're packing up the flat.
Yep.
Tuesday we then completed on the day. Monday, fuck me, solicitors. I hate them. Right. Solicitors you choose to go with to complete your house are quite possibly the worst people in the world, alongside estate agents and alongside used car salesmen. They are useless. Absolutely useless.
That's quite a statement, man.
I'll tell you why. Me and Sanj, we are very efficient people. We read all of our documents ahead of time. They gave us a list of things. We filled them all out. We sent it off. 10 days before we completed, I sent them an email saying, are we in a position to exchange? Do you have everything you need to be able to do this?
You've gone through a house buying process now.
Yes.
Which for a lot of people, the first time they don't know what they're doing, right?
Yes. I will give a full rundown afterwards of step-by-step process.
Yeah,
Exchange
exchange and
is
completion. What's that? Go on.
Exchange is when you officially agree contracts of you are now contractually tied into this transaction now. If you pull out, there's massive fees incurred.
Yep.
Up until that point, you are only incurring the fees of solicitors and surveys, etc.
House service, yes. Yeah, exactly.
That's it. So your chances of it falling through are still relatively high. Yeah,
and that could be from obviously the buyer side or the seller side. Things can come up.
So when you exchange is when it's officially done. Right. Now, we were waiting on our next house. We were the start of a chain. So a chain is where you have a chain of events or a chain of houses to go through. Yeah. We were only us, the seller, and the seller was moving into a house that was in probate. In probate means it was vacant because the previous occupier had passed away. Yeah. So our chain is very small. There have been stories of chains being like 8 or 9 houses long, and they all have to complete on the same day, which is
logistically
stress. So much stress. So you don't want to be a part of that. Now, we were lucky and fortunate that we could do that, and we're all smooth. So when we exchanged or running up to the exchange, I sent an email saying, do you need anything from us? What's outstanding? Nothing. Everything's cool.
Diligence.
Fine. Cool. Yeah. Monday, I email again. Everything okay ahead of completion tomorrow? Oh, by the way, we need you to fill in some anti-money laundering forms, and we need you to fill in a completion deposit for this, that, and the other. And I thought, sorry, you want these forms now, the day before we complete? Are you absolutely crazy?
Unacceptable.
So I lose my shit. I email them saying, why have you done this to me now, the day before? My parents live in Birmingham. I'm in London. This is logistically very difficult. More notice would have been a lot of, it would have been appreciated ahead of time.
And even that's quite a nice way of putting it.
Yeah, but I was fuming. So I was working the whole day. I did hardly any work. I was calling my brother to go to my mum and dad's house to print off the forms to get them to sign to give back to me. Did the same thing for Sanj's dad here in London. Luckily, he has a printer at his, so he did it all, got his friends to witness it and stuff. We sent that off Monday night. Tuesday morning, I called them saying everything ready. They said, yeah, it's good. But I didn't need that unnecessary bit of stress the night before. Then the money laundering stuff, I said, I need all these documents filled in. You want to know where the money's come from? I can do that, but it's going to take me a bit of time to get all the statements and the historical transactions to see where the money's come from.
What do they ask for? 3 months?
They want 3 months, but they're like, if it's been there for a while, tell us where it came from originally. And I was like, okay, that's a long process. So I did my dad's, tried to do my father-in-law's, and they said it's not important. You can still complete without it. I was like, are you sure? They said, yeah.
Indy's explanation
At this
on the
point,
form.
I don't trust them.
Yeah. No, look, that's, I think you've had a bad experience. But in general, solicitors, my experience with buying property has been very, very good.
Fuming. Absolutely fuming. Didn't need the stress.
But and it's also very different when it's your own house you can live in versus investment property. But the point is, look, you and Sanj have good systems and processes.
No, we do. And we have good division of responsibility very easily.
Nice little term there.
So
responsibility.
How we did it was
mature man, aren't you?
We sort of chose who's going to do what role. So
Sanj,
in the run up,
you do everything.
No. It isn't that. In the run up to buying a house, Sanj spoke to me on New Year's Eve 2022, saying this year coming.
2022, not 23.
New Year's Eve 2022.
Oh, okay. This year 23.
December 31st, 2022.
Yeah.
Sitting in the flat, and she said, "We're going to look for a house this year, and our aim is to buy a house this year." And I thought,
2023.
I'm not ready for this because I felt very settled in the flat. But she made a point, which is we need to move now because we are outgrowing this.
Did you say that? I'm not ready for this.
I kind of said to her, I don't know if I'm ready for this, etc. And she said, well, I'm telling you now so we can gradually ease into the process.
I don't think she was telling you. I don't think she was asking. I think she was telling you.
She was asking and telling at the same time, which is she knows how I work.
Tell listeners. What's the notice period? What's the notice period?
If you tell me something ahead of time, it gives me...
No. How much ahead of time does Indy need to know?
Apparently 6 months. Big life-changing events. I need about 6 months.
No, everything.
No, life-changing events. This is a life-changing event, man.
Absolutely, I agree.
So I was like, okay. Then we started looking for houses January, February, March.
Yeah.
We cooled off for a bit because we were getting a bit tired. Then we started looking again in summer.
Yeah.
In total, Gordon, we viewed over 50 properties. 50. Your evenings get occupied by going from place to place to place. You're calling agents. You're getting all of these emails from... random people, they're all calling you again and again, and I'm like,
what do you think? You want to put an offer in? You put an offer in? Go on, put an offer in. Yeah, come on.
I'm like, listen, you
come
pricks.
on, guy. They like you, man. They're like a cool couple.
I have a job. Stop fucking calling me in the
know
day.
You do podcast, and they're like, this building have a podcast studio.
And some of the estate agents are saying, hey, how you doing? Haven't heard from you. Hey, Indy. Hey, Mr. Kara. Hey, this. Hey, and they're calling me every day, and I just have to call them and say, can you stop calling me? And they're like, well, if we stop calling you, we have to stop emailing you, and then we have to unsubscribe you fully.
You like do that.
And I thought,
do that.
Hang on, you can't just stop calling me. They're like, no, can't do that. It's all or nothing. So I was like, all right, fine, I just won't pick up your calls.
But you didn't want the other stuff anyway.
No, but I still needed the emails at that point.
Okay.
Because some listings on local estate agents don't go onto Rightmove.
Right.
So using Rightmove to find your preferred house is good, but it's not efficient.
It's not everything.
So you're like, okay. Me and Sanj had like a spreadsheet set up. We had columns in it. The columns are like, this is how much it is. This is our notes. This is what the seller says. This is the date we're seeing
Just
them.
confirm to the
Do we
viewers,
like it?
Who made the spreadsheet?
Sanj.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sanj made it. No, actually, that's not true. Both of us made it. No, I'm going to stand on this.
Sorry, Sanj, when you're going through the audio, I just want you to assign a percentage to...
I'm going to stand on this.
Percentage, please.
I don't know what the percentage is.
If you had to guess a percentage.
I maintained the sheet. She didn't.
I didn't ask who maintained it. I said
No. Maintenance and improvements were me. Right. Because we were having a system of like emails and documents, but it was getting messy, and you can't see things.
So you want it in one place.
So we wanted it in one place to see like how much is it, what does it sound like? What's the notice, etc.
Sounds like a podcast workflow, isn't it?
Pretty much, mate.
This goes to this.
That goes to that. That goes to that. Yeah. But it helped because visually you can see what happened.
All in one place.
There were some properties we viewed twice, and we're like, hang on, we've been here before, but they changed the pictures around, so we didn't realise.
Put this on it, and then you get there like, oh, this is the same shithole from before.
Yeah, literally, that happened a couple of times. People were like, okay, we saw some dog shit houses, man. Like,
I'm gonna put this out there as well. You guys,
there's a big jump in prices. If you shave off 50 grand, the quality diminishes very quickly.
You're talking about like when you go from a 3-star hotel to a 2-star.
That
1 star, because 3 to 4
Unbelievable.
is noticeable. 4 to 5 isn't that noticeable, right? But when you go from 3 to 2 or less, you're just like, this is shit. And you know what you're paying
it's
for.
Fucking dog shit.
Plus, you guys live in London, right? So, and I know this from Meher and Kenny as well. It's like the value for money here is crazy, man.
It's hard.
Like you have your entry level of decent house compared to when you come to like our ends, massively different, man. Like I can't think if I had to live in the house I live in your ends.
Easily 3 mil, 4 mil, 5 mil.
Really?
Easily.
Damn, bro.
Easily.
Like, do you see what I mean? And that's
Yeah,
just all to do with postcode
easily
and stuff.
that.
But fair play,
So
man.
it's difficult just to sort of go through that. When we found this place, it was because we found another place, had a survey done on it. We'd put an offer in.
What's a survey?
And a building survey is where you look for problems in the house.
Excellent. So who's it to benefit?
It's to benefit us, the buyer, to know
Good.
what we're walking into.
Perfect.
Now, as
and
we
it's
walked
also a
into-
requirement from your mortgage lender as well.
Sometimes.
No, they
Sometimes
will.
it
They
is.
won't lend on something for shit. As in, you can do a private one,
Yeah,
but they will.
if you do your private one,
Yeah.
you get more of a breakdown where someone comes into the house and inspects it.
Exactly. The level, there's different levels of survey.
The mortgage
Exactly.
lender, like the bank,
Yep.
they will do something called a desktop survey, which is where they research online, are there any problems in the area? But they don't structurally look at the house. So when we had the survey done on the previous place we liked, we found a barrage of issues.
Which is good.
And we thought, okay,
Do I
this
still
is
want
a
to
lot.
buy it? Is it worth investing in terms of I have to do the work?
So
Can I bring down the price?
as we did that and we spoke to the seller, we're like, we need to shave money off this. This is the amount that the building surveys told us we need to invest into it.
To get
We
it up
want
scratch,
it all
yeah.
shaved off the price. He said, okay, I'll do like bits and bobs myself. I thought, no, I don't want you doing bits and bobs.
you
You need to
wanna-
undo your bits and bobs.
The only way we've negotiated that is if somebody comes back with that, he said, right, if you don't take off the price, but you want to get the work done, we will supply the contractor, so we know it's done to our standard. You can pay.
Which is fair. But at this point, Gordon, it felt like the guy was getting everything he wanted.
Yeah.
So the price they listed it for was we submitted an offer a little bit over.
Yep.
Then it was a little bit over again.
Yep.
Then it felt like he was getting more of what he wanted again. And at this point, me and Sanj thought, you know what? Fuck you. I don't want to give you our money anymore. So we pulled out and we said, we don't like this guy. Pulled out.
This isn't this property.
No. Then
Yeah,
we
yeah.
found we found this property
Yeah.
the week after
Oh, nice.
as we were looking again. Viewed it and we're like, we really like it. And then we settled on it and now we're here. That was August last year when we found this place.
I remember. Well, actually, no. I think I remember. But I know you and Shindy were in constant conversation.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shindy here, guys. If you need any mortgage advice, you need life insurance, you need any of that, I'm plugging it now.
Go to Shindy, man.
Go to
She
Shindy,
is
man.
good.
She'll sort you out, right? She's the best. She'll find you the money. That's it. Simple as that.
So there you go. That was fun. And we found the place. Now we've moved. So going to the move now. Done the move. Sunday back. Monday doing some bits and bobs, getting those forms done.
Yep.
Tuesday we finally complete.
Yeah.
My father-in-law's over. He's already happy. He's happy that we've completed. We'd taken the day off because we thought it might be a stressful day. They called us about 1 saying that we completed, which is great. Got the keys, came into here and we're like, oh, it's really cold. And when you see a house naked,
Yeah.
like completely naked, you're
Remember.
like, oh, it feels really sad because you walk in and you're like, oh, but is this our house?
Oh,
Because
that's
it feels really empty and there's no like soul in it.
When you came to
'Cause
view it,
nothing's
was it
here.
furnished?
Yeah, obviously. And they lived in it and it felt nice.
Like a home.
But then when it was empty, I walked in and I thought, oh, this feels really different. Like, what's
Do you
going on?
not feel like potential?
No, I felt the potential.
Yeah.
But I walked in and I was like, oh, I'm noticing things that I didn't see before because they had things covering it. Like,
oh, bloody hole in the wall there.
there
Oh
wasn't
my
a hole,
God.
but there's like bits of skirting board, like a little corner was missing, but they covered it.
Crack oh, yes. Very good. Paint nahi kita the. Okay, but the best thing is in shot. Yes, it's in shot. Let me get my finger right. Why is there a plug?
Oh, the plug up there.
I mean,
I don't know why there's a plug up there. I have no idea.
these are gore, huh? Pehla.
Yes.
Please, guys.
There's no hinge or any. There's no TV up
there. Like just that. He's trolling somebody.
there. He's trolling us, mate.
Do
That's
you know
what
what
it
the
is.
plate next to it is?
No, it's a cover plate, isn't it? Because it
Which
had a
means
hole.
it's-
Had
no,
a hole in
there's
it.
extra wires behind there,
Yeah.
which means you can have even more plug.
Yeah, if you want to. So yeah, it's crazy, man.
I think in that whole part you just said there, I think the thing that made it feel more sad was the coldness. You had the coldness with the nanganess.
Yeah,
You're
and
cold,
you're like, oh,
cold and nanga.
You're like, oh, it feels really, really odd.
Exposed to bed.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, cool. Got in the car. We went back to the flat. Stayed the night there again. Had stuff all packed up.
That was your last night.
Happy with it. Last night, oh, poor Edgar Bajadi.
Yeah.
Is she okay?
She's okay.
Do you want to go and
Shindy's
check?
there. Shindy's
Okay,
there.
fine. Okay.
Faith in the wife.
I have faith in
Kya
the
hogi?
wife. I have faith in the wife. So that all happened. Went back to the flat. Wednesday, start shuttling stuff across.
Oh yeah, your trips.
Yeah. I'm just going to adjust the camera because this is where it gets good.
There you go.
You need
You need.
a father-in-law like mine.
Look,
I'm going to explain why, okay?
I think before we go into that, if this man didn't have Jawai privilege, JP before this,
I think I've got it now.
starting with a state.
I think I've got it now.
I mean, Sanj last night she was saying how much you've grown in his eyes.
Yes.
But to come out with that statement right from the top.
You need a father-in-law like mine. Dad has his moments where he can be very, very tiring to be around because he's very go, very
Do you
intense.
want to undo his nickname now?
Which one?
What's his name sound like?
We're not doing that.
Yeah. So he's not that. He's not that.
Leave that.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what happened, okay? Dad has a man for everything. Man with a van. Man to do your alarm system.
Yeah.
Man to put up a gate at your house if you need to. Man to change your locks.
Yep.
Man to do your carpets.
Yeah.
Everything.
He's connected.
He has all the connections of all of his boys, right, in his local area. Huh?
Apne bande sare?
They're all... When you say Apne, here's a question actually.
What does it mean?
What does Apne mean?
Yeah, it means Asian. It's not Punjabi.
Okay, right. Thank you. I'm glad you clarified that
I know
because
you had
people
Muslim
think
one. It's just Punjabi.
It's just Punjabi. It's not.
No. Apne is just Asian community.
Okay, good. I'm glad you clarified that.
But it has to be
There's less
obviously
discrimination.
somebody... I guess because you were using the word apna, it has to be somebody who understands that term.
Us. Apna means us.
Yeah, us. But us as in, somebody who speaks Punjabi, Urdu, something around that kind of region. Like, for example, I think it probably would include people from South India, but they wouldn't understand the phrase.
So would you consider a Bangladeshi as Apna?
Yeah, I think so. Because a lot of Bangladeshi speak Urdu as well.
Interesting. Okay. There you go.
But yeah, it doesn't just mean Punjabi. That's the point you're trying to get to.
Very good point to make.
Yeah.
So Dad's got Apna. So Sikhs, Hindus, Muslims, everyone. And when they start coming and talking to me in Urdu, I'm like, Uncle, I know you've done transactions with people that are not Punjabi. You can speak to me in English. It's cool. It's probably better if you do that.
But you understand the love there. The love there is he speaks to your father-in-law.
Of course, and I get that. And I said to him, I'd speak to him back in English. I'm like, Uncle, just to be clear, you're saying this.
Yeah. Okay.
He'd say yes.
You're checking.
I'm like, okay, sweet.
And then you carry on Urdu again.
Yeah. And I'm like, it's fine. I can grasp it. But I just want to be really clear because we're parting way with Bessie here. So I've got to be fully clear as to what I'm getting involved in.
50 या 500 कितने जीरो तो हिलाते होते हैं ना भाई.
So Dad had a man with a van. The man with a van comes to the flat, and the man with a van doesn't have good knees.
Yeah, you told me this. And I was like, okay, this is essentially a mover banda, na?
Yes.
Right. So your काम, apart from the driving element, is what? Saman चकना, saman रखना.
No, he didn't do that. It was me and Dad doing shots.
No, but that's why are you going to pay a banda?
Well, he was supposed to have a second banda with him, but he wasn't here. He gone abroad. So the second banda was supposed to help us.
So he got illegally deported.
Yeah.
So, the man with no good day.
So again, this goes back to systems. Me and Sanj and Dad had systems. Sanj packed up the flat, a lot of it. Yeah. I was helping Dad with moving furniture into the van.
Physically loading the van. Yeah.
So I'm super glad we had a lift in the flat as well to help us go up and down and load everything.
Can I make one point?
Yes.
I love this radiator.
Do you?
Just because of this.
Oh, you can put an armrest on it.
So good.
Nice.
It's really good.
Good.
Nice.
I'm happy. I'm happy. Thank you. So this is it's great to have that, and we loaded a van full.
Yeah.
Brought it over here. I tailed them, got everything unloaded here. Happy. My sister-in-law lives nearby. She has a spare bed in her house. We're like, we need that, and she said, "Yeah, Aki and Suk, thank you."
The G's biggest fan.
Yes. Yeah. So they gave us a bed, but we needed to go over there and take it apart. I went there 2 weeks before. I'd taken it all apart.
It's a big boy bed, isn't it, this one?
It's a super king bed.
It's a big boy bed.
So
it's no small feat.
We thought, okay, it'll be fine. We can get this down. Aki and Suk had taken it down to the middle floor of their house because it was living in the loft conversion. Or dormer,
so same number of floors as you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But their ceiling to get it down is very, very narrow, and the stairway is very steep. Yeah. So it's hard to get everything down.
Angles.
So we got the mattress down into the car. The mattress, as we were getting it down, it got stuck on the steps, but you can bend the mattress because it's not one of those like round solid corners. Ones. You can bend it around corners. It's stuck at the top, and the guy with no knees is standing next to me. He's like, Uncle, this mattress is a janvar, man. Honestly, look at it. It's so large. Oh my God, how are we going to get this in the car? I'm like, well, clearly you're not going to help, are you?
He speaks English?
Yeah, he's speaking in English.
He's one of us.
Huh?
He's like one of us guys.
Yeah. He speaks English, but he also speaks Urdu as well.
No, but where's he born?
Here.
He's a here guy?
Here, yeah.
Why is he got dig on it? What age?
Like 40-ish.
That's young man. What's he done to get his gold?
I didn't ask. I didn't want to ask.
So the mattress was a janvar.
So he said, the mattress is a janvar, Uncle. And I was like, yeah, bro. And I'm going to be the idiot that has to tackle it, don't I? So Dad's pulling it at the bottom. I'm stuck at the top.
Yeah.
And again, the stairway in their house is quite steep. So you have to push it down.
So he's pulling, you're pushing.
Dad's pulling at the bottom. I'm pushing it down.
They're not equal roles, are they?
No, they aren't. And I'll tell you why in a second. So Dad's trying to pull it down. He said, in the video isn't coming. I said, all right, fine. So I have to try and push it down at the top, but it's stuck. So it's over a banister. I try and lean over the banister, and the guy's like, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. You're not going to get that. I was like, okay, what do I do? He said, basically, I'm going to dangle you by your legs over the banister, and you're going to push it. I'll hold you. It'll be cool, man. I got you.
I haven't gotten a good day, but I'm going to be able to do this.
And I thought, geez, no. I hinged over. I pushed it. Eventually, it got down. Got it into the car. And the guy said, I got to go to Colchester. Can you hurry up? Because he's got a second job. I thought, okay, we loaded that van full of all the stuff, but there was a headboard at Ucky and Silks that we didn't take apart properly. That had to be split in half because, again, it wouldn't go down the stairway.
Yeah.
So left that there, brought the mattress over. Everything is put away here. The mattress is in the hallway, and I'm trying to get it up the stairs. And I said to Dad, I'll pull it up the stairs. He said, fine. We pulled it up the stairs. Reversal. Yeah, because Dad, he isn't as young as he used to be. He's 66, but he can't be as active as he was. Like, as we were going up and down the stairs, he was sweating. I was okay, but he was sweating. I'm like, Dad, this is a lot for you. So I thought, let me pull it up because I can guide it around.
What's the phrase you said to your father-in-law that you got wrong?
Which one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's bring it up now. That's good. It's a good Punjabi teaching time. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, we need something. Guys, we do this a lot now where we do talk Punjabi.
Yes.
I'm going to think of a jingle. If you've got a jingle to suggest, just think of one for this. It's Punjabi hour time.
That sounds really corny. Let's not do that ever again. Thank you. We'll think on it. Right. Any suggestions, comment, or voice note us in our DMs and we will take it on board.
Punjabi jingle for when we're doing Punjabi
and we will
stuff.
give you a shout out and attribute it to you for the rest of our pod. There you go.
That's huge. He never does that.
There you go.
So shut me out. Right. What did you say to your dad?
As Dad was turning things around the corner, sometimes he would scrape the wall because I'm leading and he's turning. So as he's turning, he can't see blind sharp corners.
He's leading.
Huh?
Who's leading?
I'm leading.
You're leading. He's not. Okay.
He can't see it, but I can see what he's doing. He's turning a corner very quickly.
Right. Now,
so I shout.
One second. Before you say shout, this is interesting now. The reason for you shouting the phrase you're about to say or saying the phrase you're about to say, is it for his preservation?
It's for the preservation of the furniture.
Got it.
I didn't know that when you told me. No, it's the preservation of the furniture.
See, the phrase now has a different connotation. If it's looking out for someone, I actually will give you the benefit of doubt of what you said.
Oh, right.
But when you're doing it purely for aesthetics, like, yo. Right, what did you say?
I said to Dad, oh, the key. What's wrong with saying, oh, the key?
Again, very rarely is there anything wrong with what you're saying in terms of does it make sense? It obviously makes sense. Now, what was funny about this is Indy didn't tell me this. Sanj voice noted me and said this. She was like, do you know what you just said to my dad? And I think it came out later in our group conversation. That was a private message from Sanj. But then I said a reply to Sanj. You didn't get to listen to it. So
I didn't hear it.
You were so busy. Right. Now, and what Indy told me was, but Dad was saying it to me, which he was.
Yes, he was.
Which is fine because he's your dad. Or Theekhi. Oh, look. Or like, look out. It's basic kind of thing. But again, as the kind of younger person to the dad.
Yes.
Or Theekhi.
Yeah, I should have said that. I didn't say that.
Theekhi.
I didn't say that.
Theekhi.
I didn't say that. I'm pretty sure I said that.
To see.
Yes, now I know.
So try practice it now. Oho,
Theekhi.
And remember I said you want to use even more of a softener, a pre-frame. Daddy G,
oho, Theekhi. Yeah.
Dad or Theekhi?
Whenever Dad calls me now, I'm like, Hanji Dad. There you go.
Oh, it was a...
Yeah, anytime, I'm like, Hanji Dad, yeah.
See, look at that, the softener, that, huh?
Yeah.
Huh? Kia. Hanji.
Yeah, Hanji Dad. Yeah.
It's nice, isn't it? It's just
that's what I say.
Rolls off the tongue.
So, as we're getting the janwar up the steps.
The janwar.
Right?
The animal.
It gets up and Dad said to me in Punjabi, we need 2 more bande to get this up the stairs.
Which is? What's the phrase?
Huh?
Sanu hor
bande chaida.
Yeah, oh, chahidiyan.
Chahidiyan. I was like...
Sanu hor bande chahidiyan.
Yeah. I said he said chaida and you said no he didn't. He said chaidiya. And I said to Sanj, Dad said chaida. And you said, Indy, I've never heard him say chaidiya. He definitely said chaida.
I'll ask you, Dad.
Fine. You can ask him.
Hor bande chahidiyan. Hor bande chaida. Again, one's not wrong. One's just a bit more polite.
So I'm getting this animal up the steps, right? The flipping mattress.
Your dad's asked for more men.
Dad's asked for more men, saying we need more men to get up the stairs. I said, Dad.
Wait. This is it. This is the moment. This is when Doctor Strange looks at Tony and goes,
"You have one chance."
No, this is the moment. Like he gives him the ishara before he does the click, right?
Yeah,
to which Arjun Veli here says.
Am I going to say this?
Yeah, what you
I
can
said,
say,
Dad, ਅਸੀਂ ਜੱਟ ਆ
ਸਾਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਬੰਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਂ ਇੰਦਵੀ ਜਗਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਖੇੜਾ ਜੱਗਿਆ ਮੈਂ
you know what I know if I say that to him he'll be like chalo let's keep trying
so gassed
I don't believe it
he goes in that moment he's like ਮੇਰਾ ਜਵਾਈ ਨਾ ਮੇਰਾ ਜਵਾਈ ਨਾ ਜੱਗਾ
I need to be clear I don't believe in the caste system
obviously
but I knew in that moment
they got him going
it's going to get him going to keep continuing otherwise he would stop he would be like let's leave it here I'm like dad I can't leave a Super King mattress in my hallway
play the person
I can't leave it there
play the person
so pulled it up the steps and then I had to keep using my foot to stop it catching on the steps.
You showed this to me. You like
I was like I have to like anchor my foot and like lift it up, pull it up. So we got up the first set of stairs. I'm out of breath. Dad's out of breath.
Yeah.
As I'm pulling up, I felt my back go and I was like I just got to keep pulling at this point because I can't just leave it halfway up the steps. So we get there. We get to the second set of steps to go up,
which is steep as well.
And Dad says, "In the veed." I said, "Yeah." He said, "I found a zip." I said,
"No, Daddy.
Don't tell me now, Dad. Dad, no.
Don't do it.
Don't tell me now. I'm nearly there at the top now. I'm like, Dad, don't tell. He starts laughing. I'm like, don't laugh, please don't. I don't need to know that I could have taken this mattress in half.
Don't what?
And taken it up in steps. Don't laugh.
No, you didn't say that though. You said don't.
I'm not doing this. You can say it. I'm not doing it.
He said to his father-in-law. One people thing that Indy will do is he'll take some Punjabi words.
Punjabi songs.
Yeah, no. Okay, fine. There's a song element, but you'll take words and then mix it with English. But drop it in a sentence, but sound like you're speaking English.
Yes.
Dad, don't hustle.
yeah. That's what I said. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad when I said that.
Hasiona. That's the phrases.
Hasiona.
Daddy hasiona.
Okay.
Whereas again, if it was to me, Karan hasna is the more direct hasiona.
So I got up the steps eventually, and I thought, thank God it's here. I'm happy. I'm happy. It's up there. As we got to the top, me and Dad high-fived each other. I was like, "Chal, theek hai, Dad." Because we're like, thank God we have actually done it. We've done it.
And that's when he knew that his Javai privilege had been established.
I think so. No, just want to check I haven't missed anything because I've really given you no chance to speak about yourself at all. And I'm really sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, there you go. That's that. Oh, and also, Dad's funny because he thinks, let's take a better part of the flat and bring it here, which is a bed that lifts up on a hydraulic.
Oh, with Ottoman style.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he thought it's really good to have in a flat. Good space saver. Lift it up and down. And Dad said, "Okay, we're going to take this apart on the Monday night." Thought, okay, cool. Or Tuesday night, I think it was. Okay, let's take it apart. Starts taking it apart, and I'm the only one who's able to get into the thing. So you have to lie flat in there and have an Allen key and undo the hydraulics.
Like you're working under a big
like you're working under a car, basically.
Yeah.
And I managed to fit in. He said, "Right, take half the screws out." And I was like, "But Dad, it's in the air." He said, "Take half the screws out." Then he started pulling it down. I said, "What are you doing?" And he started pulling it down. I'm like, "No, Dad, stop. You're going to bend the hinge, like completely bend the hydraulic." He said, No, it's fine. I said, "Stop, please stop. Because he was trying to collapse it again. I said, "No,
with half the screws out."
With half the screws out.
Love it.
I thought, "Oh my God." So then as we take it apart, there's some screws that are screwed into the hydraulic, attaching it to the bottom of the bed frame. I said, "Dad, screw this back in. Let's leave it in." He said, No, we need to take it all out because the guy wouldn't accept it in the car. That was the biggest mistake. Because the hinge was bent and the screws were out of place, when I started taking that out, or Sanj did, I couldn't get it back in. I had to go and buy new screws and screw around it and try and keep it in place to reassemble the bed. So I said to Sanj, now that bed is fine. You can lift it up and down. But if we need to take it out again, I need to get a sledgehammer and destroy it because I've done so much Butha Kaam to make it fit.
Triple H.
I can't undo it.
Just don't ever move it,
So there you go. That was a bit of Desi Kaam. I was like, it wouldn't be a house move without a little bit of Desi Kaam.
I just can't believe you got a man with no good day.
I was so surprised when Dad said that. I was like, is he going to help us? He's like, function? Dad's like, his knees don't work. I was like, oh, okay.
Very good.
Top man. So that's it, man. Welcome to my car, people. And,
guys, give him a shout. Say well done.
And there will be a change of scenery for the pod. There is a separate room that I'm going to customize, but it's going to take me a while because we have no money. So yeah, there you go. It's going to take me a while
to GoFundMe page karna.
Yes. Until then, enjoy this new aesthetic.
And then you have nice studio.
Give me the building fund.
Building fund vaste. Studio podcast vaste. Humble benti. Chaida.
Thank you. You got anything to add or should we skip ahead?
Yeah, I think we skip
In the interest of time, we skip ahead.
I'll save mine for next week.
Hanji Paji!
Yeah, buddy.
Yes.
Yeah, buddy. So, ਅੱਜ ਦੇ lesson ਦੇ ਲਈ ਮੈਂ ਕੁਝ ਦੇਖਿਆ, ਮੈਂ observation ਕੀਤੀ.
What have I done?
No, not about you. Just observation.
Oh, okay.
But we... So coming on, I said to Indy, this is what we'll talk about. And then he actually said something really funny, which is unplanned, which we'll reenact now, which is really funny. Right.
I can't remember it, so we're going to
What
reenact
are the days of the week in Punjabi?
Acha. Sombar.
Sombar.
Mangalvar.
Mangalvar.
Budhvar.
Wait, I should go back. So, Sombar, Monday.
Sombar, Monday. Mangalvar.
Tuesday.
Shukrar.
No.
Sombar, Mangalvar, Budhvar.
Wednesday.
And then I was stuck on Thursday.
And then I was like, Indy. No, I didn't even say brothers. I said us.
I said, bra.
Yeah. He said, bra.
You're like Veer. I was like, oh, Veer var. I was like, Diljit, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Baji, I let you down. All right.
Yeah.
Then Shukrvar.
Right.
Sanichirvar.
Friday.
Etvar.
Hey, very good. See, just
Days of the week are easy to learn in Punjabi. That's very, very easy.
You know, you did that edit.
Yes.
I didn't remember I did that.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Right. So here's the thing. Friday. Shukrvar.
Yes.
Shukrana.
Okay.
Punjabi loves. Shukrana means?
Thank you.
Yeah, or like, thankfulness. And like, you know, sometimes they say a Gurdwara, and you're like, and the Gyani ji will like, Ardaas ki likhni hai. And you can, sometimes it's not anything like first birthday or ekam or like Magori na biyah karna.
Put a pin in that. I'm going to come back to Ardaas in a second.
Fine. Okay.
Go on,
Yeah.
right.
So sometimes there's not anything specific you're asking for or saying thanks for. So you say, Baba ji shukrana di Ardaas karni hai. Just general thankfulness, gratitude.
Yeah. I'm going to try and find the clip to play, but yeah, go on.
All right, find it.
It's hilarious.
And so then when I thought, so what's interesting is a shukrvar. It's like you're saying, thank God it's Friday. And then I thought, oh, TGI Fridays, Sale Chor. They found this word in Punjabi. Like, oh, see, they bought a restaurant. TGI Friday. And I was like, Shukrvar to hai. Sab kuch Shukrvar to hai. Shukran. Right. What are you looking for?
Found it.
Found it.
Am
I going to react to it? Is that you on?
Yeah,
You want me to react to it?
Here you go. So, you know how people do an Ardaas for silly things?
Okay.
Very silly things. The 49ers played in American football.
Oh, God. This is Super Bowl.
Yes. Someone gave some paise for Gyani ji to do an Ardaas
They
for
did
the
it.
football team.
They did it.
Yeah. Let me just get it ready for you.
Oh, my God. This is the reading out in the Ardaas.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
You ready?
Yeah. I'm just bestie.
No, but it should be.
ਅਰਦਾਸ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਨਾਮ ਆਪ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਹੋ ਫੁੱਟਬਾਲ ਦੀ ਟੀਮ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀਓ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਰਵਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਟੀਮ ਨੂੰ ਜਿੱਤ ਦੀ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਜਿੱਤ ਦਿਵਾਉਣੀ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਨੀ ਮੇਰੇ
Oh my God! I don't know where to laugh. Like, I can't believe this is real. This is, you know, what this is like for me.
This is.
You know what's funny? You know when
I shouldn't laugh because come on, man.
We need to get into this. So, you know how like when you told me about the cowboy thing, I didn't believe you, and you're like, bro, it happened, and I was like, nay.
This might get cut out.
Which country?
This might get cut out.
No, this is staying in. I'll tell you why it's staying in, because for me, again, that's Biadbi. There's two things there. One, you shouldn't be asking for things like that. And number two,
you know when people say they pray to God, they take it too literally. That's what I'm saying. They're like, I pray to God, Man United win this weekend. I'm like, okay, but you're not going to go and give a Gyani ji £10 for an Ardaas to go and do that. That's chill. Like, it's cool.
Why did they include it in the Ardaas? That's what I'm thinking.
I don't know.
Look, I'm all for, your private Ardaas, ask whatever you want. Okay? Like, from a Sikhi perspective,
yes.
This is what Babaji says. There's only 4 types of people in this world. Okay, only 4 types. There's people that ask for things in the world. They want something from the world. There's people that want heaven. They want what's coming afterwards. There's people that want to meet God. And the 4th type of people have met God. That's it. Most people ask for things in this world. Itcha means desires. Okay? So I get asking for that kind of thing. Pass my exam. Result. Whatever. But those generally will be more of a private Ardaas. But to go to a Gurdwara and say to Gyanji, can you mention
Bro,
something
every
before
time I
getting-
turned over the paper in my exam,
Yeah.
I did a quick like,
What was the Ardaas?
wagru.
Was that your thing? Yeah. My usual
Because number one, I thought it calmed me, but number two, I was like, I hope I get some good questions that I know.
Yeah,
Obviously,
I can answer.
I've done the prep. I've revised my ass off.
You want to remember?
But I'm like, I'm
Come
hoping
to
I get
me now.
get some good questions to warm me up, so I can get in a good flow against time, and I'll feel good. That's what I was doing. I was like, I'll be all right. I'll be all right.
Mine was always, my mum told me 5 Mool Mantar. do 5 more mantras.
That's nice.
That was
That's nice.
And again, look, the point here
And
is...
mum would make me some prasad at home to have every morning.
Oh, yeah, prasad. Either Panj Badam.
She would do that every morning for me. She'd wake up in the morning, do everything, get it all done, do a quick ardaas prior to me going for me and dad. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, I'll sit and listen to that.
Yeah, look, and look, the thing about Ardaas is if you do any Ardaas with Sharda, Sharda means from a true heart, Nimrata, humility, you're doing it from the right place. Maharaj also tells us, if you're going to ask of me. Je mangana, mere to hi mang.
Yeah.
Don't ask of anyone else. God will give you everything.
Yeah.
Whether you should have it is a different thing.
Yeah.
So, for example, you came to Ekam's part, right?
Yeah.
I think you'd left at this point, but there was a shop that Babaji did afterwards. I'd asked for. Dehe naam santokiya, uttare man ki book. So, Dehe naam, so God, please give me your naam. Naam is everything in Sikhi. Naam is the gateway to connect with Rab and experience Rab inside. So, Dehe naam santokiya, santok contentment. Give me contentment by giving me your naam.
Yeah.
Uttare man ki book. Therefore, by getting this, uttare man ki book, all the desires of the mind are gone. Vin to the je mangana, to ask of anything else of you, sir dukhan ke dukh. To ask of anything else is just asking for pain. Jo mange takar soi devne. Anything you ask God, He'll give you. Whether it's good for you is a different question.
Yeah.
That's what we don't understand. But coming back, bloody hell, man.
That was wild. Like, Jesus,
Bloody
man.
hell. And then, do you know what's the funny element of this is it's like, so Gyanidji's taking the thing, and then obviously you have to Sikhify it, right? Which is like,
Football team.
yeah, football team. Tusi jitana Baba ji, thonu hi pata Baba ji jo hoga. Tusi jitana, like it's just, oh god.
When you're the Yaniji and you've been given that, you obviously can't turn people away, and you can't say this isn't right for the Gurdwara. Like you can't do this
Apne
here.
Ardaas kar lo. It's interesting. And then you think about it, there must be like a rival fan goes to a different Gurdwara asking for them. And then you got competing Ardaasan. Competing Ardaasan. You're just like, oh, okay. That's an interesting point. I used to think about this. You know, like back in the day.
What
now?
What the more money you get, the higher blessing you get.
No, not that. People that's a different thing.
Mate,
that's
some
a different
people
thing.
think
No,
that,
no.
I'm sure.
Wars.
Wars?
Like when people go to war, both
Okay.
sides think they're right.
Yeah.
Both sides will say, we're doing, back in the day, I'm talking about, we're doing this in the name of God.
Yeah.
If both people are praying to God for the victory,
Who does he side with?
it's just, I know you should think about that a lot. I was like,
Yeah.
oh. And then you start thinking about the good and bad, and how sometimes it's not obvious. One man's hero is another man's terrorist, that kind of thing. Anyway, we detracted. Yeah.
What's the word? We have gone off track.
Tangents.
Yes.
But
Going
only
back to the
favorites.
Shukrvar, etc.
Yeah, TGI Fridays, man. They just straight jacked it. Shukr, Shukrana, thank you, it's Friday. TGI Fridays. Need some reparations. I think, right. So give us back the Kohinoor. Give us the licensing for TGI
Give
Fridays.
me TGI's with it as
Give
well,
TGI
yeah?
Friday. Sign up to Indian Doctor, and
Happy days.
that will be that. So,
There we go.
So yeah, there we go.
Sorted.
Sorted.
Right. Big topic I want to bring up
Big boy topic.
is Just Rain's Late Bloomer series is finished. It's
Yes.
aired.
Yes.
Public reception. Tell me your thoughts.
So I have rinsed it, but I can't remember specifics now. But I know me and Sanj had a quick chat, and I was very impressed, given that I've spent a bit of time with Just Rain. I've seen all of his content. This,
That doesn't make you unique, by the way. A lot of people have.
well, they haven't spent time with him.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
but
As
watching
in-
the content.
Yeah, watching the content now, it's from my point of view. And the thing is, I think we're pretty much the same age. He's clearly matured, and what he's talking about now, for me, there are deeper things. He's taken the following he has and the interest he has about our culture. Because I look, before Rain, I think, we'll just meet. If you look at let's say Asian comedy, there's a lot of people in the the Muslim space who are holding it down. You got like Citizen Khan, you got Man Like Mubin, you got all this stuff.
Yeah.
But for the Sikh space, you don't really, like, for example, we'll touch on it, but like showing inside of Gurdwara,
Yeah.
like stuff like, there is stuff we just don't see, but we know it happens. It's nice to see that representation.
Yeah.
That's one part. That was like, okay, we're on the map point. But the bigger point was, I like the themes he was addressing. There were taboo things.
So many themes, man.
So many themes.
The way that he dug into numerous topics, like having a cousin who is mixed.
Yep.
So
Yep.
half white,
Neil.
half Sikh,
Yeah,
Neil,
Neil, yeah.
and how he was potentially towing the line. Sorry, spoilers. For the way he was digging into both sides, he was like he towed the side of being white, but towed the side of being Punjabi when it suited
And trying
him.
to work it out. He didn't really know. He said that, didn't he?
And he's like, I don't understand what I am.
Yeah,
because
and I'm
he
trying
was
to navigate
confused.
that. Yeah, which is a real thing.
Which is a real
Even
thing.
if you're not,
but if you're the cousin of that person who is pure Punjabi in quotations,
Whatever that
obviously,
means, yeah.
whatever that means, which is you are from just two Sikh parents,
and you look
that way. He's like, well, you get it easy because you get to toe the other side that I can't even go down ever.
But even that, like I think about that now, and I think we've articulated this much better recently. It's if you're born into a Sikh family, I think you're culturally Sikh.
Yeah.
Whereas the guys who come in, not Neil, so somebody say who converts into Sikh,
someone who converts into it later, yeah.
They seem to just be more Sikh.
Yeah.
And then there's no confusion there.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like when you have the culture, you like that Sunday Sikh, that people talk about that concept. So that was interesting.
What's a Sunday Sikh?
Sunday Sikh, like cultural Sikh, like okay, it's good janu Sunday nu, and we tend to part. And like,
I think that's more moderate than cultural now. I think that's more like a less common Sikh. A Sunday Sikh.
What do you mean?
So more people who go to Gurdwara on Sunday, I feel like that's dwindling a little bit. I don't think it's as
going
popular.
down.
Yeah, I don't think it's as popular as, say, a person who identifies as a Sikh but doesn't practice at all. Right?
Okay. You think that's less?
Which is why I think he navigated it so well when he was trying to explain, I have a bug, but I'm not religious.
That scene and that question, isn't it? So if the dad, isn't it?
But he tackled it so well.
Yeah, and the reason why I think that resonated with so many people is because I'm just going to put us in the same boat here. Sometimes we say things on podcasts and people say, I thought that. You just put words to it.
Yeah.
That scene where the dad says to his son, he says to just when he goes, okay, so if you're not religious, why are you wearing it? And then the whole episode is about him trying to ask his dad, trying to ask the Gyaniji, trying to ask himself. Exactly. It's like, what does the dastar represent? Big question, man. If you're not.
And I don't think people understood it for people like me who wear a batka, who wear a bug, but don't wear it all the time.
Okay.
And people don't understand that it's a bit of a journey that I'm going on to kind of understand why I do or don't wear it.
This is you talking about yourself?
Me, but also he tackled that question of like, even though I wear it, it doesn't make me religious. And there's a group of...
So then the comeback is, why wear it?
Exactly. And there's a group of Singhs in that middle who aren't really religious, but they wear a bug because that's what they know and that's what they've been brought up within. But they might eat meat or they might drink. Not saying either of them are right or wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that happens. And there is a middle group of Sikhs that are moderate, not moderate, I guess, whatever you want to call them.
It's that,
and they aren't noticed. They're just banded into that religious group without being seen as like, actually, you're kind of not. You're just a normal guy like me. And you're just a normal person.
But even if you are, so if I perceive somebody to be religious and they're not, what's the harmful side to that?
Exactly.
Are you saying that they're judged to a higher level? Is that?
I think they are held to a higher standard. So, for example, if you see a Singh drinking or a Singh smoking, people are like, "The fuck are you doing that for?" You should hold yourself to a higher standard. But if it's somebody who's got cut hair doing it, they're like, "Oh, it's cool,
it's permissible."
And it's like, hang on, that's not fair. But then it's really complicated because it goes into further problems of saying, well, you shouldn't be wearing a bug then. Why are you doing this? You're representing Sikhs. And it's just, it's very complex. And I felt like he tried to tackle it in the most open way possible without giving an absolute answer to give people food for thought. Yeah, and when I tried to explain it to Sanj, I said, Sanj, there is a group of guys that think this and a lot of people won't understand it because Singhs who do that do have those thoughts in their head where they're like, well, I'll trim my beard a little bit, but I'll wear a bug. And then there's a middle ground there that can't be understood unless you're in it.
Yes.
And you can't explain it to others.
Yeah.
And he handled it so well. I've got so much respect for him for doing that.
No, that was and again,
it was a masterful episode.
And it's not like it's new, the concept, but again, I don't think before that it's ever been articulated in that way. So for him to, like he said, he took 5 years away and he's been thinking about, he's really thought about stuff and he hit the nail on the head with that point. The other thing I think now is like, I think we're getting to a point, you know how the world is so polarized. So in terms of Sikh identity, because that's kind of what we're talking about now, it's like you have to either be all
or nothing.
And I think that, and the problem is, I think it's always existed that people have been these moderates. It's just the problem is now people are saying, well, if you're going to do this, then don't do this. Then don't wear the star. Then cut your hair. Like, dude, just go all that way. But then you think about it, and I think this comes with kind of, hopefully with maturity, wisdom, and kind of having life experience, is that your journey in Sikhi is long. As in, it beyond this lifetime. It's beyond this only lifetime. There's many, many janams or whatever. But even if we stick in just this lifetime, things happen. Your thinking changes. And I think if you ostracize people once, then what reason is there? Right? I think there's two elements here that people need to look at. There's what we can see in somebody, their physical identity as a Sikh, which Sikhi Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj has put a big emphasis on. Right. And I will say this now, that the people who want to come out with the argument, it's just about being a good person and that's enough. No, Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj didn't give us an identity for us to say that. It's not a convenient thing that was needed at the time because we've been persecuted. No, that's relevant forevermore. But that being said, and I always make this point, we are saint soldiers, Santa Sapai, not Sapai Santa.
Right.
So by that I mean the first 5 Guru Sahibs before we had Chheme Pasha, who took up Miri Piri and started to fight with the sword. It was all about bhakti, it's about being that good person, about doing Naam Simran, about doing Seva, it's about all those things. Those things have to be there. Physical identity alone. So for example, they show Babu when he walks into the Langar hall. And it's like, Ibrahim, how you been doing this? Have you seen your videos? And he's showing that typical kind of Maisru Prakya.
I'm perfect. I can do nothing wrong.
Exactly. Look, and I'm not going to. But the other thing I do notice, a lot of people who don't keep Sarup, is that they'll look at people with Sarup being physical form, and be like, oh yeah, but they're not good inside. So I see that argument. I'm like, bro, like you just can't you can't
win either side.
You can't. Yeah, like they can have
both
the
of you are
and they could be
arguing
good. Yeah,
the same point.
The same point, but from different points.
The phrase is you're two sides of the same coin.
Exactly that.
That's the phrase.
Yeah, well, exactly that. So the emphasis I'd say is the people who are moderates, whatever that means.
And again, that's open to interpretation.
Yeah, whatever it defines a moderate. Just keep doing what you're doing. Like for example, I'll be really open. I was speaking to my mama recently, and he was like, "Oh, like your beard's long now, not my beard." And I was like, "Yeah," I just don't trim it anymore. And he's like, "So when did that happen?" And I was like, "It just happened."
Just happened, yeah.
Yeah, as in like it wasn't like I woke up one day I was like, "I'm gonna keep my hair now, my beard hair." It just sort of happened, and I kind of, when I think about that now, and when people ask me, because I know when I was younger there was a lot of resistance for me to do that.
Yeah,
I didn't feel comfortable.
Yeah,
and it was like, oh, I need to shape it, or I need to do whatever. And then it just happened, and I was like, oh, okay, there's like zero resistance. So when things are going to happen, they will happen. Like life will take you there.
And it might happen for me one day. That might be a possibility. I don't know what the future holds.
And the ultimate point, the thing that transcends all these points of people trying to give opinions on other people, is like your relationship, your rishta with Rabb is your relationship with Rabb. That's a very personal thing.
Yeah.
When we leave this earth and our Atma, our soul is in front of Dharamraj, in front of Vaheguru, and we're being held to account. Yeah. That's between you two.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with all the other people. So stop having an opinion. That's my first point. The second point is I truly believe every person on this planet, on this earth, people who haven't even taken Janam yet, in one lifetime, obviously as Sikhs we believe in reincarnation, in one lifetime at some point you will meet your creator and you'll do what you're here to do and you'll meet Rabb.
Yeah.
It's just everybody is on a different stage.
Yeah.
And that's okay. It's okay. You got to take away this judgment angle and just look here. Yeah. Look, once you start looking here, you have no time just to look at people elsewhere and judge and stuff. You have to focus on yourself.
One other thing he did very well was he spoke about physical fights that happened in a Desi household. Him and his dad had a big falling out.
This is powerful.
That was really impactful for me because that's never been spoken about. That's never been displayed in such a format. You hear that parents and kids have fallings out, but you don't know if it ever got physical.
We see the funny side of "Jutti khani hai tu?" and you see the parents like just berating kids. But like he's done that in his videos. Like it's funny. Like Rupert plays the mum. That's funny. This was a serious context. What you made the point of here was the context here was him hiding drugs for Neil and not grassing him up. Fine, but you take the context aside, just the actual they got physical.
But he also told his dad, "Shut the fuck up."
Yes.
And I thought, I get it. I've been in a situation where I want to say that to my dad. I get it.
Full of
like
anger,
that angry that you're being berated or you're being pushed all the time. I get it. I understand that need to have that outburst. And it hit me. I was like, fuck, you've done that so well. And there's been times where I've nearly been physical with my dad. I've never acted on it, but I've come very close. So I'm like, shit, man, that's the fact that he showed it, displayed it, him storming out, and the fallout of it afterwards, which is they didn't make up. He left the house. And I thought, that's a perfect ending. I like that ending
Opens-
because
it's
it's
real.
sour.
It's sour.
It's
It's real.
real.
It's real.
And it's the right ending.
And it
not,
opens it up
not
for-
you come home, it's happy families. It's like, no. And the mum, he shows the mum angle very well, which is the mum's like, I understand you need
What
to
you
grow
need
up
to
and
do.
be your own man. I will still love you. I will still be here for you.
And what was she doing to try and resolve the situation? Doing part.
Yeah.
What that bit showed was everybody trying to cope in their different ways.
Yeah.
So the dad is there. He wants to make up, I feel.
The dad does.
But he's so proud.
The proudness in an old first generation parent,
Yeah.
they hold that.
Yeah.
They will never ever say it.
Surrender. Yeah.
They expect you as the younger one to surrender. But as the younger one becomes an older person, they look at that person and say, I'm happy to accept my pitfalls. Why can't you accept your pitfalls? Why am I always the one that has to be bigger? Oh, great. The light's gone. Let me change that.
Battery?
Carry on. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah, and exactly that. And here, obviously, the point was about the whole drug thing. And when that scene starts, it's Jasmeet's dad has gone straight into this must be yours. No, obviously, okay, Jasmeet doesn't want to grasp the thing, but there has to be the willingness to have more of a conversation here to understand. But what that episode sometimes shows is, and this is definitely one of the things about being Punjabi is, when we give, right? And we can be very happy. Like when she's having the Roka ceremony, like very loving and giving, and just meet the ball, go to Kaam Kita. It's at the end of that episode, isn't it? That happens. Yeah. But when it goes the other way and Punjabis get fiery, then it's like as if they've seen red and they're a bull and they can't see anything else. They don't want to hear anything else. Because what did he want? What did he want? He wanted just me to admit these are my drugs or tell me the truth.
Yeah.
And kind of the answer there is...
But then it also came out the gussa with like, why haven't you got a real job? Why are you doing this video Kaam? Like everything snowballed.
Which is all
this
there.
Big moment.
But this is like, this is capped it off. And then I'm going to bring out all the
And also
stuff.
the younger sister has now got engaged. Why haven't you got engaged? Like there's so many sub layers to it. And I thought, you've done this very well.
Yeah, and part of that I think does reflect his real life, which is when he's talked in his real life interviews about the late bloomer, about how, he goes, I was an internet star. What does that really mean? Because obviously we just see, again, I have spent some time with him, but when you see him on screen, you just think that's his life. But the actual life isn't that.
Yeah.
And he's trying to navigate, well, I'm actually a real person as well. What does that
mean?
What does that mean exactly? Why do I at the start? What does that mean? What does it mean to be an internet person? The first episode about the sending of the nudes, like there was some stuff I was like, whoa, like wow, he went there.
Yeah.
As a singer.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, like okay.
Respect.
Yeah. Not championing, that's not the right word. Bringing awareness, maybe championing is right. Bringing awareness, championing things that we all think, we all experience.
But we never speak about.
Exactly. Kind of like, we got a little bit in EastEnders recently.
Oh, yeah.
About the star stuff. But this is I feel like, and I hope he's going to make more,
I hope there's a second season, but let's see. Yeah. But I'm very, very thankful that he did it. A lot of respect for him. Shout out to everyone that sent us the links to watch it.
Yeah.
So many pirated links. But we had no other way in the UK to watch it, so needs must. But yeah, I've got nothing bad to say about it. I think he's given us a big step as a culture to be on TV, a Sikh cast, to be able to do that. The Gurdwara scenes were very good.
Very well.
Learning Gatka inside, Langar, Neil cleaning up, going through the process of cleaning up a Gurdwara.
Asking Gyani Ji that question.
And the Gyani Ji was just not listening. And that's again very accurate and representative.
Yeah, sometimes.
But everyone I feel like has asked the Gyani Ji something like that and been given a crap answer can relate to that point. So there you go. I thought it was super cool.
I really like the scenes where he had the flashbacks of when he was a young Sikh and his dad just hanging his star on him.
That was really cute.
That was really nice. I thought that was really
cute.
Really like, because I guess at that point, because I'm a parent now, and I think about the certain things that I'll be teaching. For example, I sit with Ekam now and we do a part together, right? I'm of the belief you can very easily say that kids at this age don't know what's going on. They know. As soon as we sit down to the part, she knows what time it is. The Shana come out, she loves it, and so that conditioning starts. But I know there's going to come an age where she'll start questioning it. Fine. So now we need to have a conversation. Like now, the thing that I want to try and be really intentional about is I don't want to tell you things because I was told things and that's the way it is.
That's it, boss. I want you to so I can question myself and my understanding and give you an answer.
But and some of the stuff I'm ready with, I was like, I actually want to tell you the reasons.
Yeah.
And then so you know it's not coming from a place of you just do it. It's good for you.
It's good for you. Eat your vegetables,
or
it's
don't
good
do
for
it.
you.
Or don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like
No,
I feel like
absolute
now when because maybe obviously not with the UK at the moment, but I get young people. This has been a good one actually as well. So I used to teach Sikh class, but sometimes you get these like kind of teenage kids who are kind of transitioning into university, having these thoughts and like I'm thinking this, and this, and this, and I sit down and have a chat with them, and they'll ask me a question, and instead of just trying to give them reason or logic, what you do is you just play out the scenarios with them. Okay, you could do this, and then this could happen, this could happen, this could happen, and then you could do this, and this could happen as well.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Just you got to choose what you want to go and experience.
Yep.
I feel like that's going to happen with the kids.
There you go.
There you go.
I feel like we should round the pod there, man. I don't think we should go into the next segment. It's cool.
Don't go into the what's right?
Don't go into what's happening. We've done a lot of what's happening. I'd say we leave it there. That's a good note to leave it on for the episode.
Wow, are you gonna like cut me off like that?
I'm not going to cut you off. I think that's a good.
Give
That's
me
a
any
good
warning,
way.
like doing it live on camera. Like, I can't
Give
even
you
say-
what?
I can't even say no now. I mean, he's
Give
telling-
you what?
You asking me? You telling me like, oh wow, doing a Sanj move on me. Wow,
What do you mean Sanj move on you?
Sanj move. Indy, we are moving next
Oh
year.
yeah, there you go. There you
I
go.
don't know how I feel about that. I'm quite attached to your flat.
I was very attached to it. I still miss that flat, man. I do miss it though. I miss being like in a very nice, easy space to maintain. Now I look at it, I'm like, oh, yo, crap! I've got more than a handful of rooms to monitor and look after.
Yes,
Responsibility.
maintenance is definitely part of growing up.
Guttering, fucking hell.
Oh, you got
I've got to
Yeah.
do guttering one day, like all that stuff.
get a man.
Yeah.
You know what it is? I'll actually send you this. There's a list of things you need to do at the start of the year, midway through the year. Once you've got that list down,
You just do that twice a year, done.
there's that, and then you've got your like you like this doing this anyway, but cleaning your appliances,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
another thing. So if you're organized, you have systems and processes, everything is fine.
Yeah,
And find the handyman who doesn't charge London rates to do this stuff.
that'd be nice.
That'd be nice. You got to learn how to cut the grass as well.
Small grass, that's workable. Very well.
Cut an up.
Yeah. I'll be able to do it in like 5 minutes. It's only like an up and down a couple
I'm gonna give
times.
you a nice push lawnmower.
I don't mind. I'll probably get a plug-in one. It makes
Get
sense.
your push one. Yeah.
Fucking hell, we are old, man. Talking about lawnmowers and shit. Jesus.
Dad just got a thing. You want a sitting down one?
I don't think I need to sit down with him. I know what you need in yours.
He's got it for leaf collection though, mainly.
Of course he has.
Yeah. No, that's literally. He likes cutting the grass because it keeps him fit. But he's like doing the leaves when you have that many leaves. You see on leaves. He's like, oh, this is actually a game changer.
There you go.
Yeah, this
Going
is
on the
smart,
gadget show
yeah.
has sold him a couple of things, isn't it?
we do need some of those things, man. I've said to him, I was like, Dad, when you're at a point where you're not able to cut the grass, I'll maintain one of the sections, but I think the other two, I want to stick that robot on.
Yeah.
I might bring Indy around. Yeah, could bring Indy around.
There you go. People, thank you for listening to this week's episode of the podcast. Please give us a rating on all platforms. If you really want to thank us, drop a like. A like for the new house.
I like for Indy, number that, though.
Yes.
Please suggest what the use of that plug is. Or two.
Yes. Tell me what the use of this plug
What
is.
can you
up
do
there.
with that?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
People, in a bit. Peace.
Thank you guys for watching. Check out the rest of our episodes here and don't forget to subscribe here. We'll see you guys on the next one.